Hi, everyone. Thanks again for joining us for another episode of the Daily Biz Link. Today, Stacie Mallen is back and we're talking about no meeting Fridays. So Stacie, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Lindsay. I know people are going to hear that and say, that seems very idealistic. That doesn't work for me. And I sent a message to my team about a week ago after we recorded this podcast episode, because I started really thinking about the value. And then last week we talked about mental health. So how do those things kind of come together? And a big part of this for me as a leader is this really demonstrates respect for people's time. And here's how. If you institute no meetings Friday, what that allows people to do on Friday is to get stuff done, to check the boxes, to set up their next week, to organize things in a way that then when they shut down on Fridays, they have the weekend to spend with their family and spend with in the time that they need to kind of regain their equilibrium around mental health. And I think it plays into that conversation. I also think there's a lot of fatigue happening in, again, what we're doing right now, which is how people are spending the vast majority. So shutting down the screen time on Friday and really giving people the opportunity to plan and habit stack. And we talk about this on the episode, but creating new habits on that Friday. So what are the things that you can do away from your screen? Can you on paper, draw out and do a retrospective of what went well in the last week and what you need to institute for the following week? Can you make a phone call and make some connections to people that are more meaningful for you to set up your next week? So I think we've been hearing a lot about companies in Europe doing 4-day work weeks as an example. So I think this is a nice way to start to bridge that gap and allow people to have that space and time to organize themselves and do the things that they don't get to do on the rest of the week, because here we are, we're on back to back meetings.
So I'm sure some people may be questioning, well, what about productivity? Are people just as productive if they have that modified schedule where they don't have any meetings on Friday? What are your thoughts there?
I think it doesn't mean you don't have meetings with yourself. I think that you still time box. I think that people could be more productive. If I knew that every Friday I was going to get a project block in my prime time in the morning and I can just knock some stuff out, go do my workout, hydrate, come and get ready to just knock down the list, I think people would see greater productivity overall. And honestly, I know people get nervous about this, but this is about getting to goals. And so if you're measuring against clear goals, ultimately we don't worry about micromanaging people's time, right? Because it's about goal achievement and not about time in seat or time spent. So I think this is the ultimate ability to give people the time to navigate. A lot of progressive companies do something like this where they take every other Friday to work on a new project or be creative, and so this is not a new concept, but I think it's a refreshed concept for 2021, given again, we're not in an office as often, meeting with people in person. So I think, again, now more than ever, we may need to consider something else as a productivity day. And I think Fridays may be a good day to do that.
Awesome. Well, I love this tip. I think it's something that, us as individuals, as leaders, we could look to implement this, even if we don't have our own teams. But if you have a team, this may be something worth trying. So Stacie, as always, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.